Yeah, great. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Healing Circle Talks. And before we begin the circle, would like to read the guidelines. Healing Circle are built on the foundation of kindness and respect. We all agree to listen to each other with compassion and curiosity. We honor each other's unique ways of healing and don't presume to advise or fix or try to save each other. We hold all the stories shared in the circle within us, and we trust each one of us has guidance we need within us, and we rely on the power of silence to access it. So, thank you so much for joining in today's Healing Circle Talks. And today we have with us Nandini. Uh, as she says, this too shall pass. And very apt for everyone in any situation.
Definitely.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for spreading that message, Nandini.
You're most welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, so Nandini is a bone cancer survivor. She was diagnosed when she was only 16 years old. And since the tumor was localized, she had hope and faith that she will be cured. And that's a very strong and powerful medicine, Nandini. She got a
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
She got her treatment done in 2018, and for 3 years she has been cancer free. She always believed in herself and is mentally strong. There were many times when she wanted to give up, but she fought the battle bravely. She had her friends and family by her side throughout. She is very grateful for the life she has right now. Very inspiring and wonderful to read your introduction, Nandini, because
Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction, ma'am. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nandini, and please call me Dimple.
Right, Dimple.
Thank you. Yeah. So great, Nandini. Would love to hear from you. आपका journey कैसे शुरू हुआ था? और I'm sure you were just 16-year old. अभी भी I think
Yes.
19-year old if I calculate.
I am 20 right now. Just turned 20 this year.
Okay. Congrats.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
आपका journey कैसे शुरू हुआ था? And then
Of course, I would love to, Hanji.
Yeah, please continue.
This is my first time talking on a very large platform. So first of all, I would like to say a big thank you for giving me the platform to be able to talk about something that is really close to my heart. And please be advised, I am a 20-year-old. So if you're looking for wisdom, I am sorry if I'm not able to provide that today, but I'm going to try my best. So I would like to start from the very beginning about how I got diagnosed with cancer and how we found out. So it started when I was, of course, 16 years old. And at that age, everybody is very like image conscious about how they're looking and all of that. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to give it a try and I'm going to start working out to stay fit or whatever. And I did. So I think this one day I was just working out, and the next day I felt a lot of pain in my leg, but I was very happy that time because usually these pains often, they tell you that, okay, you're doing a good job in the workout, so keep going. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be fine. But the pain sort of stayed for a long time, and I told my mom about it, my mom, dad. And that's when we first went to the doctor, and he took an x-ray at the clinic itself. It was a small clinic, but yeah, and he did the x-ray there, and he told us that something is a little bit suspicious, but don't freak out. Get a few more tests and then we'll know what exactly it is. So after that, I was with my mom, dad, and like we went for this MRI. I remember sitting in the waiting room, and as soon as my name came, I was getting my MRI done, and the doctor suddenly comes up to me and he tells me that, did you hurt yourself somewhere? आपको कहीं injury हुई थी, कुछ बड़ा हुआ था? And I was lost because I did not remember, injuring myself in any way possible. So I was like, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं हुआ. And he said that it looks a little serious. So I was a little taken aback then also. So uske baad, when the MRI was done, I was just in the waiting room with my mama, and they handed me the report, a report filled with absolutely insane medical terms, but I wanted to make sure that I know what I'm dealing with. So I was just sitting and I started Googling the medical terms, and I remember this one term translated to an aggressive growing tumor. So I told my mom, and we were a little bit freaked out. We were like, okay, this looks a little serious. But we tried to calm ourselves, and we decided not to jump to conclusions until we don't visit the doctor and he doesn't tell us what's happening. So after that, we went to the doctor, and he said, "Ki pata nahi aap aise kyun padte rehte ho? It's okay, it's nothing." So he said, it's likely that you have a bone TB, like the TB, the infection of the bone, and very less likely कि आपको cancer है. So in our head, we were like, ठीक है, it's nothing to worry about. So then 2 biopsies later, hoping for a bone infection. But this one day, I just like mama papa just walk into the room and they have like red swollen eyes. And I remember we had recently watched Ae Dil Hai Mushkil. So I'm very sorry to give spoilers, but Anushka Sharma, the main actress in that, she had cancer. Okay, and we had just watched that movie in the theater. So I remember my mom and dad coming up to me, my papa just putting his hand on my head, and he goes like, "You're going to be our Anushka Sharma." And for a second, I was taken aback. Okay, but then it hit me that, okay, I have cancer. I feel like at that time, your family also and yourself included, you don't exactly know how to, tell somebody that, okay, you have cancer. So it was a lot for everybody in the family to sort of take in. So I remember that day very vaguely, my sisters next to me, mama, papa coming in the room and just disclosing that I had an aggressive growing bone tumor. So it was a lot to take in. But after that, a lot of my family, my nani, nanu, all of them came and they were with us all throughout the day, helping us sort of cope with the information. So I was, of course, did not take that very well. I was crying. I wasn't in the right headspace, did not know what I was getting myself into. But I did my research, did every research possible. And a few weeks later, I finally started my chemotherapy. I was told that I am supposed to get 6 rounds of chemotherapy, and in the middle, I'm supposed to get a surgery for the leg. So I was all ready for it. My headspace was like, okay, I got this. I'm 16 years old. I have so much life to live. I can do this. And I did. But when chemotherapy started, it was not what I expected at all. It was the complete opposite of what I had in my mind. It was absolutely daunting. So I think before chemotherapy also, I had really long hair. So that was a chance I took with my mama. I was like, Mama, ab to baal jane hi hai. Please mujhe thode se to baal chote karane do, just to see if I'm going to look, how I'm going to look with short hair. And she's like, okay, go ahead. Hota hai na us headspace mein, whatever the kid wants to do, let them do that. So my mom also let me do that, and I got my hair short and all of that, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it. And I decided I'm going to keep them 100% after treatment. So yes, then the chemotherapy started and the side effects started to kick in. I had lost 15 kgs. I was literally just bones and no flesh. It was extremely hard. I remember this incident when I was back at home after chemotherapy. I was just in the shower and huge clumps of hair just started falling off, and I think that was one of the times it hit me that, okay, I'm going through something like very bad. So then after that, my best friend was also at home that time, and I'm really grateful for that because I would not have been able to go through that alone. And after the shower, my mom was just there, combing my hair, and huge clumps of hair just getting all, kya kehte hain na, they were getting collected in the newspaper. And I was just there crying my eyes out. I could see bald spots on my head. So yeah, that was one of the probably the toughest things I have ever had to go through. And so after that, I think chemotherapy mostly is more of a mental battle than it is a physical battle, because you know what you're getting into, but you don't exactly know it until it's actually happening to you. So it was, of course, a very hard time. And I think what kept me going was the fact that itna sabi, if I felt better, my family used to take me to the mountains, away from hospitals, away from everything. to make sure that, you know, I'm at peace. And like, we love the mountains as a family. I studied in a boarding school for the longest, I mean, not for the longest time. I'm sorry, my sister, if you're hearing that. But I studied in a boarding school, and yeah, ever since then, we just really love mountains. So my parents used to take me there every time. So I think that's one of those things that really kept me, you know, pushed me into keeping going. Uh, yeah, and then after half of my chemotherapy, I had to later on go through with the surgery, which was of course of my leg, because I had the tumor in my leg. And after that surgery, I was unable to walk for a long time. And then later, it was unfortunately the surgery wasn't successful, because like there were a lot of complications, and I could not, like, the bone couldn't join and all of that. So I had to stay on the wheelchair for a very long time. And then after that, I completed a few more rounds of my chemotherapy. I remember right when I was ending my chemotherapy was ironically the time that I was fully ready to give up, because it was getting a lot for me. I remember telling my parents that I know you guys love me, but I think I can't do this anymore. I need a break. It's getting a lot for me. I remember I used to, you know, just lie down in the hospital bed, watching all of my friends go do their things in school, go out, meet their friends, while I was just on a hospital bed, I'm sorry, with things attached to my body, and I would just cry my eyes out. I think there wasn't a day where I wasn't like trying, basically. Yeah. And my mom, I think my mom just got used to that at one point. Like, there was only so much she could ask, okay beta, I'm really sorry, and all of that. But yeah, I could not have done this without them. So right at the end of the treatment, I was fully ready to give up. I could not do it anymore. But my parents took me to my doctors, and we had a conversation with them, and somehow I pulled through and I made it out, you know. Yeah. So, and also I remember that was the only time I actually missed taking exams. I was like, at this point, I wish I was in a classroom taking a test instead of just being on a hospital bed. But yeah, of course, I got through that. And the worst part was that I was expecting myself to get back to my normal life after cancer ended, after treatment ended. But that is unfortunately definitely a myth. If people think that you go back to your normal self after cancer, that's not true. I'm sorry to break it up to you, but it was just a lot to take in, because the surgeries I had to go through, it was one failed surgery, and I had to go to two really major surgeries after my treatment ended also. So body image was one of the few things that I had to deal with on a daily basis. It was definitely a lot to take in. And I'm sorry, yeah, it was definitely a lot to take in. So I remember, like, my mom and dad and my family, my friends, just sort of making sure that I'm able to, you know, feel at ease somehow. Being on the wheelchair for 3 years, they sort of helped me in every step of the way possible. My friends took me to Goa on a wheelchair. I feel like that is something that I'm never going to forget, like, ever. You know, so they made sure that anything that I was on the wheelchair, I was able to do no matter what. So yes, I would like to say that body image issues was one of the few things that was really hard to deal with. And just a second, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So it was actually super hard during treatment also, because I had no eyebrows, no hair, no eyebrows, no hair, no lashes, no nothing at all. So it was a lot to take on, of course, for obvious reason. And sorry. Yes, after treatment. I'm sorry. Yes, I was discussing about survivorship. So after treatment, you know, what changed for me after treatment was the fact that I started accepting that I was going through things, whereas during treatment, I was constantly anxious and I was constantly angry that why me? Why did I have to go through all of that? But I think after treatment, I sort of started accepting the fact that, okay, I went through this. I have a huge scar on my leg. I have multiple scars everywhere, but my body fought through that, you know. So it sort of helped me accept the fact. I felt grateful, 100%. I felt extremely grateful for just being able to go through such a thing and for my body to be able to tolerate such a thing. And just last year, I started walking back, and it made me realize, you know, how small of the things we take for granted. It is so important to be able to walk on your own feet, and to not be able to do that for 3 years was a lot for me to handle. And the sad part is, 3 years after treatment, the healing process never stops. I still have a lot to deal with. I still have a lot to heal through. But I think being with my family and friends, it sort of really helped me go through that. I think even during treatment, you always constantly need some things, some goals to be tossed at for you to get through treatment. And I think my family and my friends, the love that they gave me was one of the few things that helped me get through it. You know how you sort of make up incentives in your head that, okay, if I fight through this, they're going to be happy. If I fight through this, my life is going to be all right. So these were a few things that like really kept me going. And many people ask me what I learned from like after treatment and after cancer, what exactly happened. And I think what I really learned from cancer is that your body and your mind is so much more patient than you think. You can get through so much without even realizing that you're in it, and it's absolutely wonderful. And even like after treatment ended, I feel a lot of, I think, empathy towards people. I think now I sort of have a lot of love to give, a lot of love to give to everybody around me, because you actually don't know what is going on behind the smiley face or whatever. So these are just a few things in my life that I'm going to be so happy to take along with me, because I have a long, long life to live. And yeah, I think that was my journey. And I would really like to end this by giving a shout out to my family, my friends, mama, papa, my sister, my brother, my nani, who was like a second mom to me. She was with me throughout the hospital also when mama couldn't be there. And I would also really love to thank my friends for making me feel at ease with my wheelchair and like throughout treatment and all of that. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I just felt like listening to you continuously, because the way you
Thank you
were
so
narrating it.
much. I got so nervous in the middle. I'm so sorry. Like there was a time I was like, I don't know what to say. But yeah, I'm sort of glad I, yeah, spoke my
It
heart out.
was beautiful the way you were narrating it.
Yeah,
You
thank you
were
so much.
so engaged, because
Thank you, ma'am.
the way you were like, describing every instance that has happened, we felt like,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
we are feeling it, we are seeing it right now.
Hanji,
So
thank you so much.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and I mean, you were just, I mean, you're still a kid, I see, but then
Yes.
yeah.
That's why I said I gave an advisory that please, I can't give out the wisdom that you guys want to, but I'm trying my best as a 20-year-old.
No, but still,
But
no, with your journey, you shared a lot of wisdom, because
yes, thank you so much.
it's a message that what the message that I am taking from your journey, that
Right.
I mean, yes, it is cancer, yet yes, it looks scary, but then
Yes.
this too shall pass, right?
Yes,
And then
100%.
yeah,
I got that tattooed on my arm as soon as I was done with treatment. I was like, this is something that's going to stick with me all throughout.
wow, that's really
Yes.
beautiful, because
Yes.
you managed it, you handled it very calmly. At times, yes,
Yes.
there were down phases, but still you did not give up.
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
and
Like I said, even after treatment, I was fully, I did not know how to adjust to the new normal, because going back to school on the wheelchair and just dealing with not having hair and losing 15 kgs, it was hard. Yes, 100%. But I'm really happy to where I am, with where I am at the moment. And I'm really excited for what's going to come ahead in my life.
it's really the positive approach, the outlook that you take towards life, and it's
Thank you
an
so much.
opportunity. I mean, whenever I hear a cancer healing journey,
Right.
always, what the common thing that I see is that, the way you have turned around the entire situation.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so I mean, you see cancer as another an opportunity that transformed your life, And
Definitely,
at a
definitely.
young age, you understood the meaning of mental strength, emotional
100%.
power. Yeah.
And I think the worst part is when you're going through treatment, you don't realize it. You know, you're very angry with why things are happening with you. And it's only after treatment that you realize, okay, this was sort of a blessing for me. And I am glad that I got to experience it in a way. I would also like to share this. Like, I think in the middle of the treatment, I always used to ask my mom that, Mom, why me? Like, there's so many people in this whole world, but why was I the one sort of going through it? And she always used to tell me that it's your past karmas, you know, trying to act up, and you know, it's okay. There's a reason that you got chosen, and that has also stuck by me like all throughout. Yeah, but that's it. Thank you.
How did you manage between your studies, your mental
Yes,
conflict? You know, because I know at this
yes,
age usually we give a lot of focus on the self image,
of course, yes.
present ourselves. So how did you manage all of this together?
Yes, so I even after my chemotherapy sessions, like in the middle, whenever I used to feel all right, my tutors used to come home. I used to make sure that I'm not falling behind a lot on my studies. So, and my tutors were so helpful because, of course, they knew the condition I was in and not being able to walk, and of course, going through treatment. Like, I tried to make sure that any, you know, area I was feeling all right, I used to be able to study and all of that. But it was mentally a lot, of course. And my school was also really supportive with the whole treatment, and I think that was a blessing in itself, because unfortunately I've heard a lot of like incidents where the school hasn't been supportive and like a lot of other things. But I think this entire journey I got gifted with the best team of doctors, with the most cooperative school, and yeah, family and friends, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is, what has been your biggest source of strength?
My biggest source of strength, my family, 100%. Because, you know, they were with, of course, my friends had to be busy with schoolwork and all of that, but it's your family at the end of the day that sort of sees you go through every single day of that chemotherapy, of that surgery day, and like every single thing. So I think my parents and my siblings and my nanny, they have been the biggest support system. And like I said, I would not be here without them.
Wow.
100%. Yes.
Wow, it's very true because when
Yes.
I hear survival stories, and this is a very common theme that I repeat in every healing circle, that
Angie.
family love and support matters a lot.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah, and even my sister, she was, you know, studying in London, so she couldn't be here full time. But like we used to make sure that we're FaceTiming each other. Like any inconvenience, I used to FaceTime her. Used to be crying and I used to FaceTime her, you know. So like just that push from your family members really helped me keep going. Also the fact that I was so young, you know, it definitely pushed me into knowing that okay, I have much bigger things in my life planned for me, and not just, you know, this particular hard time that's going to come in your life. It's just going to touch and go. That's what kept me
wow.
going also.
And
Yes,
you
for
are saying
sure.
that I'm not able to give life wisdom. You are already.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Dimple. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah, very
Thank you.
true. And that takes me to the seven healing circle, healing the health circle framework we always say. And the last two, we
Yes,
already said that. In fact, three. The one was
yes,
managing stress, and
right.
the second last was the family love, community love support, and the last
Yes,
was
yes.
finding purpose of life. So I
Of
think,
life.
yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
What is the purpose that you discovered?
So I that's it. So the thing is, I what I discovered after treatment was that I am constantly going through changes in my life. I'm constantly healing. I think the myth that I had to be healed in a particular amount of time after treatment, that I think that really stuck with me, because I knew every step of the way my the way I look at things mentally is constantly going to change. So I think my purpose was not to be constant, you know, like always be like keep thinking and like keep having differences in the way you think, and just keep growing basically. Like just don't be stagnant, because you have no idea what life throws at you. You need to be, yeah, open minded with so much love, and you need to just give out a lot to the world, than big than the world giving to you. And yeah, 100%, I think I started giving a lot and not expecting a lot in return, because I think that's the purest form of love. when you don't expect in return and you just keep giving to the world. So I think that is one of my purpose also. Yeah, just keep giving.
And when you
Yes.
give back, you return, you get a lot of blessings and love in return.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I think this is also influenced by what my mom said about karmas. Like now, I need to make sure that my karmas are good, and I want to live a happy life in the next life. So just yeah, just keep
Uh,
doing good.
I'm really interested in knowing how do you ensure that your karmas are always good?
So, you know what? Actually, I'm still battling how to do that because I'm a human at the end of the day and I'm going to make mistakes. Okay. But I still want to keep, like, how I'm sharing my story. I feel like that is, in a way, sort of maybe inspiring other people out there to, talk about things and, like, just be open about everything. And yeah, so I think that's one of the few things.
Beautiful. I mean,
And yeah, and ever since I started walking, I am really looking forward to being able to live my future on my own terms. So I've been dependent for the longest time. So I think being able to now live my future plans by going to the university and, by just, yeah, focusing on my career, focusing on life and not just letting cancer hold me back. Yeah, that's one of the few things that I really look forward to as well.
wow, that's really it's wonderful that you look
Thank
forward
you.
to the next thing in your life.
Yes, 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 yes.
And what is the
Thank
one
you,
thing
ma'am.
you are really grateful for in this entire journey?
One thing that I am really grateful for in this entire journey, I think this is going to be mainstream also, but my family.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, like I said, my little brother and my sister, my parents, like, I think you realize their importance a lot more when you're going through a hard time than in your normal day-to-day basis. Like, I realize that family is, of course, the one thing that's going to stick with you right on your deathbed. So yeah, I think that's one thing that I'm extremely grateful for without any second thoughts.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a reminder.
And just being, and just, I think, grateful for the life that I have right now, like being able to get through this and being able to live a much normal life now. I'm very grateful for that also.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, this experience realizes again, it's a reminder to value
Yes.
relations, giving time to that. Yeah.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Do you want to share what treatment exactly did you underwent?
Yes, I would like to. So I went through chemotherapy and surgery. So chemotherapy included 6 sessions of chemotherapy and one surgery in the middle. So it was 2 sessions of chemotherapy, surgery, then 4 more sessions of chemotherapy. And unfortunately, after that, I had to get 2 more surgeries since the first surgery wasn't successful. So yeah, and I got it done in Max Shalimar Bagh, which is in New Delhi, and I had the best team of doctors till date. I'm very grateful for them.
Yeah.
So that was the treatment plan.
And this bone cancer surgery that you had,
Yes,
did
ma'am.
it impact your walking, your workout, or any of this schedule?
Yes, yes, yes. So when I got my surgery in December 2017, and from December 2017 to March 2020, I was on the wheelchair. So I was unable to walk for that long time because my bone had to be replaced with a rod and a different bone. So by the time that there was no union of the bone, I was not allowed to put weight on my leg. So for 3 years of that duration, I was on the wheelchair. Yes, so that, and now too, even after being able to walk, there are a lot of limitations that I unfortunately have to accept in my life. That, not being able to run, or like a lot of other things that have really affected my mental health. But I'm growing into accepting them now. So yes,
Nandini,
that's
when
it.
you shared that you were, a lot of focusing on the workout and maintaining your
Hanji.
and all of that, but now the life has changed for you. And I think
100%. I
that,
don't think I'm ever going to work out.
okay,
No, no, no. I just, yeah, because no, no. I mean, I am working now. I'm getting physiotherapy, so I'm working towards sort of, being able to fix my feet as much as I can. But the doctors told me that you have to sort of accept the limitations, that you won't be like a lot of people your age. I'm not able to run at the moment. I'm not able to do a lot of exercises that I wish I was able to do. So yeah, that's definitely something that I am having some issues to deal with.
Okay. Yeah. And how are
Yes.
you? Because I mean, you look great. So
Thank you so much.
I
Yes, yes,
actually
thank
thought
you
that
so
you
much.
are continuing your workout and yeah.
Oh, that's a very big compliment. Thank you so much. No,
Great.
yeah, unfortunately, physical health is something that I'm still working on. So, yeah, the workouts that I would have done in 10th grade, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm constantly going to work towards it. Like, this shouldn't be the end for sure.
At a time. Yeah. And
Yes.
what all things you are doing to ensure that you are physically following the healthy routine?
So the thing is, I have started my physiotherapy and I'm trying to work on the food aspect of it, but I love junk food. I remember the entire treatment time, I could not eat any food. I used to miss spaghetti. I used to miss a lot of foods. So 3 years later, and I'm still trying to make up for all the times that I lost by not having those foods. So yeah, so I'm having physical therapy and yeah, hopefully slowly work towards a better diet, but for now, I love junk
Wow.
food. Yes.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yes, exactly, 100%. I think this is also another thing that I would like to tell newly diagnosed patients. I remember during the treatment, there were so many people who used to tell me, don't eat sugar, don't have coke, don't do this. And I just want to tell you, do whatever you want, because at the end of the day, literally what you're going to be able to eat, that's what matters. So have that sugar, drink that coke, do whatever you want, for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Many people, including me, have a different point of view, but we'll keep that separate.
Yeah, no, no, no. Of course, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
people have
everybody's
different.
journey, because cancer is
Yes,
a disease, that journey is very different for everyone. And
100%.
yeah, as they always say that what worked on one person might not work on other person.
Might not work
Find
on
your
others.
formula.
Yes,
In your case,
yes,
there are a
yes,
lot many other things that were in your favor. So that's really
yes,
your mental strength itself is super strong, and
yes.
I'm
Thank
really
you so much,
inspired
ma'am.
by
That means a lot.
that.
Thank you.
Great. And Nandini, every crisis in life teaches us a certain lesson. So, what is the
Yes.
important lesson for you?
So the what important lesson for me is to be patient with how things are going in your life. Okay, just have a lot of willpower and have a lot of strength in whatever is coming your way. Because at the end of the day, there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel, you know. So I think those are one of the things that I take with me, and just give out a lot of love and a lot of respect, and just be grateful for the smallest of things in your life, because you never know tomorrow what news you hear or what gets taken away from you. So you just have to live your life to the fullest. Okay, yeah, I think these are just a few things that I take with me for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm also thinking about your parents, Nandini, when you were
Yes,
diagnosed with the 16-year-old. And for parents, seeing a young daughter going through that must be very difficult. So, how did
definitely,
they manage
definitely.
this?
So this is very personal to me, but I remember there was this one time we were sort of planning to go watch a movie, and this was in the middle of the treatment. And I remember, so we have stairs in the house. So I was just going down the stairs. That was the first time I tried to leave my house for like an outing. So I was walking down the stairs and I sat on my wheelchair, and I think I saw my father sort of break down, because, and I had never seen him break down like that. So I think for them to be able to see their daughter go through something like that is, I cannot even imagine their state of being. Like for me, of course, I was going through it, but for my family, what they were going through, I cannot even like imagine. I genuinely cannot. And yeah, I just feel sorry. I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. Take your time. We'll just take a.
This never happens. I'm so sorry.
It happens. We'll just take a pause here. That
I'm
also
so
shows the love and the care that you have
yes,
for each other.
100%. I'm so sorry. It just never happens. I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. Yeah. I mean, that shows how natural and genuine
Yes.
you are and everything is. Uh,
Yes.
I really touched your nerve, it seems.
No, no, no. It's all right. This happens sometimes. I think you know how you're still going through like your healing journey. So this tends to happen. I'm so sorry.
Your nickname is Nana, it is?
Sorry.
Is your nickname Nana?
Nana, no, no. My nickname is Nana.
Nanna, sorry, yeah.
Yes.
So, Arushi,
Yes.
Arushi is saying that Nanna, you got this.
Yeah. Sorry. Ah,
Yeah, you
sorry.
are getting a lot of compliments.
Yes, a
Okay?
lot of compliments. Thank you so much. Yes.
You make all
Yeah.
of this strong. In fact, very.
Yeah, because I think my family is also watching this, so they're sort of, yeah, watching me cry right now. I'm sorry. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So, of course, I can't even imagine what my family had to go through with that, but they did not let me for once, see them cry or like see them break down in whatever way possible. So, I think they also had to be strong for me, and I had to be strong for them, of course. So, that's how we sort of got through it as a family.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Let's take a pause here.
There's 19 people watching me cry. I am very sorry.
There are many more watching you cry online, by the way.
Yes. Oh, dude, I'm very sorry. Okay. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, by the way. I think I need to speak so much more about my cancer and I need the confidence. And this is a step closer to being able to tell my story to everybody. So
It's
I
very
would just really
inspiring.
like to thank you.
Yeah, and it's very inspiring. I mean, I'm just, so I heard from Annie and the team members,
Yes.
her story, and she was, talking very good things. And she's like, okay, she's
Yes.
very good. You should talk to her once. So, yeah, we'll talk soon in Healing Circle, and then
Thank you so much.
right. We saw
Yes.
your Instagram reel as well. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I think the reel came out so beautifully. I loved it. I really did.
Yeah.
And there's so many supportive messages. Thank you so much, everybody. It means a lot to me. This is probably the best healing group I have ever come across. Thank you.
It's healing for all of us as well, by the way.
Yes.
And the way your journey is inspiring us and bringing us more, one step more closer because we
Yes,
all go through this
100%.
every day.
Yes. It
And,
doesn't get easier.
but
Yes.
this is the strength of this space which brings all of us together and which bonds us
Together.
together. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forgot what I was about to ask.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So let's keep it natural. Yeah. So you said you want to
Yes.
you know that there's a purpose in life, and also you want to go to
Yes.
university. So what is that in your bucket list now?
Yes, so now since I'm back on my feet, I had to unfortunately take a gap year because I wasn't able to walk. So I had to put a halt on my studies for like that period of time. But now I am very happy and finally back on my feet. So I'm planning to go to Canada by the end of this year, along with my sister. So I'm gonna finally be doing my undergraduation and then focus on my career from there on. So it's going to be 4 long years of studies that I missed out on. And yes, after that, a job and a lot of other things. So I'm excited for what's to come for me, one for sure.
Okay, wow. When you were saying that you're going back on field, and it just came to my mind, that
Yes,
usually in India, when they say that, okay, getting back on your feet is when you start
get it,
living and being
start making money and all
and
of that.
for me,
Yes,
it's
yes,
literal
yes.
meaning that actually
Literal meaning, I'm back on my feet now. Yes, ma'am. Yes. But hopefully, I do that the other back on my feet very soon too. I'm looking forward
no
to that.
worries, because you have already realized that nothing is more
Yes.
important than your health.
Nothing is more important than that. For
Yeah,
sure, ma'am. For sure.
right. So when you go on this the next journey of studying career, just don't forget to take care of your health.
Yes, of course. I
Yeah.
will make sure to do that. I still have, so after treatment ended, I still have a lot of follow-up tests that I have to go through. And there's this term in cancer language. It's called scan anxiety. Okay, it
Yeah.
is when you have scan anxiety about right before you get a scan because you always have that fear in your head. Ki, oh, what if, it comes back? What if something happens? So I feel like a lot of scan anxiety, I still have to deal with like a lot of it all throughout. But yes, I have to do a lot of follow-ups. So I'm going to make sure that I keep myself in check.
Thank you. Yeah, wonderful. Would love to hear
Yes.
from others as well about their experience of
Yes, please. I would
uh,
love to.
today's circle. We'll start with Pankaj ji. Yeah. Hi, Pankaj. Good to see you.
Okay, hi, Dimple. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, and I can see
Yeah.
your Buddha in the background, and I have the same.
Wow. Oh,
Okay,
yes.
thank you. Thank you very much. But first of all, thank you very much, Nandini, for such a powerful story.
Thank you
And
so much, sir.
probably it's just Pankaj.
Yeah.
So,
Pankaj, thank you so much, Pankaj.
though I have a son who's 21 years old now, so you are just like a daughter to me. So,
Right.
but first of all, thank you very much, as I already said, for sharing your story. The next thing which I actually wanted to say, there are two coincidences. Number one is that the first time when I was also diagnosed with cancer was 2017, and I had my first surgery in 2017, and after that second surgery in 2018, and
Right.
the latest in 2020. So it has been recurrent, but you said that there has been always a scan anxiety. It is there with me
Yes.
because I have to go
Yes.
to scans almost every 3 months. But the one thing which actually works for me is that an understanding that I have already fought it out, and
Yes.
I'll
Definitely.
fight it again.
I'll fight it
So
again.
no matter what is the issue,
Yes.
we have to be prepared
We
always.
have to be prepared. Yes.
Second is second coincidence. The first thing which I did after diagnosed with cancer is have a paper and write the same thing on the paper. This too shall
Too
pass.
shall pass.
And then this is still there under the
Still
mirror
stays with
in
you.
my under the mirror of my table where I work. So it
Wow.
keeps me reminding that whether you are in your good times or bad times, they are not going to stay. They this too shall pass. So this is
Everything
something which has
passes.
actually worked with me so strongly that time's not going to stay.
Yes.
Even during the 6 chemotherapies or maybe all the three surgeries, every
Yes.
time I keep
Yes.
myself reminding that this too shall pass. But thank you very much. Very strong story.
Thank you.
So,
And
but
I would like to say it's crazy how just 4 words can have so much impact on your life, so
it
much
is.
impact on the way you think. And it's a very strong quotation that we will always take with us throughout whatever life we have left.
So I mean, even in my messages to people, when people actually ask me that from where do you get this strength? And
Yes.
this is probably the last line which I actually want to share with them, that this too shall pass. So do not
Yes, 100%.
do not give up, because time's not gonna stay. So thank you
100.
very much, and all the best to your life. All the best to
Thank you
your
so
all
much for
the.
sharing your experience, Pankaj. It was so nice to hear from you.
All the best.
Thank you so much. All the best to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Hi, Mehul.
Hi,
Hello.
am I audible?
Yes, very clearly.
Hi, Nandini. Thank
Hi,
you so much
Mehul.
for sharing your story, and you made me cry as well. I'm very I cannot see anyone crying, so I start crying.
Yes.
So yeah,
I'm
that's
so
me.
sorry I made you go through
Oh
that
no no, I'll tell you
also.
one story. Okay, let me tell you something about myself. I'm a
Yes,
stage 4
please.
throat cancer survivor. I
Right.
survived stage 4. I was given a month to live, and I'm in my 7th year of remission. So.
Can I just
Um,
clap for you? Like, wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Seriously,
Thank you.
wow.
Yeah. So I'm senior to you in this journey. So I have noted
Mehul,
some points that
age
I would like to.
also. Mehul, age-wise
Yeah.
also. More than double or triple. Okay.
I'm sorry. What was that again?
Seriously, not just in this journey, but age-wise also. Let's accept
ये मेरी टांग खींचते रहती है हमेशा मतलब पूछ
Now
लो.
I'm curious about your age. It's okay, it's okay. Moving
Don't make
on.
me
Moving
don't make me cry in front of 19 people. Okay.
on.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So to start with, I'm very impressed by the way you present yourself and talk
Thank
and
you so
make
much.
it feel so as if it's just not a big deal. Yeah, it is not. Cancer is not a big deal. I tell everyone it's just a disease, a little different. It needs to be treated in a different way. And the to start with the story that you told that you went to Goa with your friends and on the wheelchair. Wow, I could relate it. I'm in the US.
Right.
I had been to Times Square. I'd been to all those places where people go, and I was bald, and I was taking my pictures, and all that. And people are like, is this man crazy? And I was like, maybe tomorrow I might die, but let me do all the crazy things. So I still keep
100%.
doing it. But yeah, And then the second thing that you said is that you people say don't drink milk, and I am on
Yes.
that line with you. I never stopped anything.
Yes,
My
I
doctors
could
never
not.
told me that you should not do that. But again, every body reacts differently to
Differently, hanji.
because yeah, everyone has a different type of reaction to the treatment.
Yes,
But
yes.
my advice, I am a Gujarati, so I am a junkie. मतलब मुझे
Yes.
वो पापड़ा गाठिया, I used to all my life I spent eating that.
Hanji.
After my cancer, I changed my diet. So I still love junk food, but I maintain an 80-20% balance.
Yes.
5 days a week, I eat salad and smoothies and all that, healthy food. 2 days is okay, chutti. So
2 days.
try to maintain that balance, and it really works.
Yes,
So
I think that
healthy-
is one thing that I'm working towards still. So I think it's very hard for me to start having healthy foods right now, but it's constantly something that I would really like to work towards with time.
I didn't like fruits and salads and all, so I make a smoothie because I don't like fruit still. So I just gulp it down like a medicine, and that works for me. Now I'm used to it now. So so that's something that might help you. And then again, you said that you like to give things and you like to give out small. So yeah, that is true. I started after my cancer, started giving free ka gyan.
Yes.
I mean, I started doing things for cancer people, and
I think you can't help yourself during that time. मतलब होता है ना जितना free का ज्ञान दो दे सकते हो.
Correct. And then it comes back with interest for me, because it comes back in the form of love. And you know, so many people here in this group know me so well. They talk so well. I never feel lonely. I'm always here on this show talking with everybody. I feel like a family. So it comes back with love. And the और एक thing था, बहुत कुछ लिखा था, okay. Anyway, but and crying is very important in life. Keep crying because it lightens you.
Yes,
incident बताता हूँ मैं मेरा, when I was in treatment and I was in the hospital and I was watching a movie and I started crying, and the nurse saw me crying because I was crying because of the movie, and then everyone gathered around me. The doctors and I'm like, what happened? I'm crying for the movie.
You're crying for the movie.
Yeah, so then, but you're going to still, you have started your life. I wish you the best. There are going to be,
thank you so much.
You're welcome. There are going to be many problems apart from
many problems.
Because you're a cancer survivor. Think that you are a chosen one. सबको cancer नहीं होता.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
Cancer is considered as a taboo in our society. It's very bad.
Yes. People view cancer as, we need to change people's perspective on the way they view cancer.
So my advice, ignore negative people, just walk forward.
Hanji.
There will be people who will, make you come down and feel bad and all those things. Even always. But you cannot change them. You have to change
yourself. Bilkul. Yes, I think accepting the fact that yes, I am a survivor and there's a lot of life to live, that's very important. Like just acceptance in its raw form is very important.
No, cancer survivors are luckiest people.
Luckiest.
I am the luckiest person on earth because I am a cancer survivor.
Hanji.
सबको नहीं मिलता ये chance. So yeah.
सबको नहीं मिलता. Yes, definitely. I mean, it's the सारे lessons you learn from it. So 100% gratefulness.
Yeah, and last thing, sorry, Dimple, I'm taking your time, but when you come to Canada,
Hanji, I'm good.
हम लोग Niagara Falls में मिलते हैं.
Pakka. I would love to, sir. Count me in.
Yeah, definitely. Right. God bless you.
Thank you so much. All the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Mimil, for sharing. And I did not know you are making notes. So would love to exchange it to pass it on.
Dimple, I have chemo brain, right?
Yes. It gets all easy.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm so sorry to interrupt again. So I think if all of you are on Instagram, so what helps me keep going on like in life is there's this Instagram account. It's called The Cancer Patient. I think all of you should definitely check it out because it's made by a cancer person for cancer people. So like they understand the struggle, and humor is one thing that really keeps me going. So they have the nicest of like humorous memes and like all of that. So I think all of you should definitely check it out.
Wonderful.
That
Yeah.
helps.
Thanks, Nandini, for sharing
You're
that.
welcome. Yes.
Love to hear from Sushil ji.
पहले तो नंदिनी को बहुत सारे गुड विशेस।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा था, नॉर्मली करते हैं। एक जो पर्वतारोही होते हैं ना, मैं पूरा हिंदी में बोलूंगा ट्रूली,
हाँ जी।
जो पर्वतारोही होते हैं ना, उनके पैर अच्छे होते हैं लेकिन उनकी राहें कठिन होती हैं, और वो जब शिखर पे पहुंच जाते हैं तो बेतहाशा खुश होते हैं, है ना।
हाँ जी।
वन वे है। और
हाँ
हमारे
जी।
के साथ तो पैर भी तकलीफ दे रहे थे, और उसकी जो पूरा सफर था ना, वो सफर भी बिल्कुल पर्वतों जैसा था। कीमो कुछ भी लिया जाए तो उसके चेहरे की खुशी डबल खुशी थी,
हाँ जी।
है ना। तो वो मतलब मैं हिली सर्कल को हमेशा इसी बात से बोलता हूँ कि दुनिया में कितने गम है और मेरा गम कितना कम है।
कितना कम है। वाह वाह।
कितना अच्छा लगता है दूसरों को, कितने लोग कितने इंस्पायर होते हैं, मतलब
हाँ जी।
ये इतना अप्रत्यक्ष इनडायरेक्ट प्रेजेंट मतलब हीलिंग टच है, जो न जाने आपको किस मोमेंट पे कहाँ हील करता है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
दूसरी एक चीज जो बोला कि पेशेंट हो या केयर गिवर हो, वो अभी आपने एक लाइन बोला था कि आपने सेल्फ एनालिसिस किया हर चीज का, ये
हाँ
बहुत
जी।
जरूरी है। और
हाँ जी।
हम उन्हीं लोगों के संपर्क में जो आपकी चिंता नहीं करते, चिंता करने वाले तो आप डूबे हो तो आपको भी नहीं डूबेंगे।
हाँ जी। हाँ जी।
उन लोगों के संपर्क में जो आपसे कंसर्न हो, आपके फैमिली मेंबर्स भी आपसे कंसर्न हो सकते हैं, लेकिन आपके दोस्तों से ज्यादा कंसर्न कोई नहीं हो सकता।
कोई नहीं हो सकता। हाँ जी। हाँ जी।
फैमिली मेंबर अगर दोस्त है तो हो सकते हैं कंसर्न, नहीं तो अधिकतर फैमिली मेंबर केवल चिंता करते हैं। आप डूबे हो तो आपके साथ डूबने लगते हैं,
हाँ
मतलब
जी। हाँ जी। हाँ जी।
यही रहे। तो और हम इतनी मेहनत करें अपनी जानकारी इकट्ठी करने में, अपने आप को सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट देने में, अपनी हेल्थ को।
हाँ जी।
उसके बाद जो भी सफलता है, वो बोलते हैं ना, मेहनत इतनी खामोशी से करो कि सफलता भी शोर मचाए। तो ये
आओ।
हंसते हुए चेहरे हैं ना, ये
हाँ
चेहरे
जी।
सफलता ही तो है। इतनी से ये सब कुछ दर्द सह गए आप
सह
लोग।
गए। हाँ जी।
गिवर हूँ, लेकिन आप लोगों के दर्द को फील करता हूँ। मेरी वाइफ भी इस स्टेज से बहुत अच्छी कंडीशन में है, मतलब आई एम नॉट रिग्रेटिंग एनीथिंग।
हाँ जी।
मेरे को लगता है कि कितने चेहरे पे एक भी भाव नहीं आते कि आपको अंदर से कितना दुख है,
कितना तकलीफ है। हाँ जी। हाँ जी। बिल्कुल।
हम वो बोलते हैं क्यों मुस्कुरा रहे हैं, ऐसा क्या है जो छुपा रहे हैं, गम क्या है जो छुपा रहे हैं।
हाँ जी।
तो ठीक है। और आप लोगों की तो अभी एज ही क्या है, मुझे
क्या है।
आप लोगों का करे हमेशा
हाँ
याद,
जी।
बीमारी बड़ी नहीं है। मेरे
हाँ
को
जी। बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
जो ऊपर वाला है ना, वो उससे भी बड़ा है। तो
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
इसका कुछ नहीं होगा, हम ऐसे ही हंसते खेलते रहेंगे, मिलते
हाँ
रहेंगे।
जी। हाँ जी। थैंक यू सो मच सर। मतलब आपके इतने खूबसूरत शब्द थे ना, मैं क्या बोलूं। लिटरली दैट, मतलब इतना सब कुछ सुना है, बट जो शब्द आपने जो यूज करा है ना अभी, दे रियली बहुत हार्ट को टच किया, एंड बहुत अच्छा लगा सुन के। एंड आई होप आपकी वाइफ अब बिल्कुल ठीक है।
परफेक्टली फाइन, बिल्कुल
बस बस परफेक्ट।
बोला हुआ है बिल्कुल कि जितना हो
हाँ
सकता।
जी।
लेकिन वो नॉर्मली केयर गिवर कुछ भी करे, लेकिन पेशेंट का विल पावर इज द
हाँ जी।
प्राइमर थिंग,
हाँ जी। हाँ जी। बिल्कुल।
क्योंकि वो सपोर्ट सिस्टम को सपोर्ट करता है।
हाँ जी। और आप एज अ केयर गिवर, आपके व्यूज सुनना भी बहुत हेल्पफुल मिलता है। आई थिंक मैंने बहुत कम केयर गिवर्स के व्यूज सुने हैं, एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि आप ऑल्सो अपनी आवाज लोगों को बता रहे हैं, अपना एक्सपीरियंस लोगों को बता रहे हैं, वो भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है।
हाँ, वो बहुत जरूरी है। मतलब
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
आप अपने सराउंडिंग को बहुत नैरो कर लीजिए, थोड़े समय के
हाँ
लिए
जी।
सेंटर्ड हो जाइए। नो मैटर क्या
हाँ
है,
जी। हाँ जी।
क्योंकि जब हेल्थ ठीक होगी, सब कुछ होगा, वो सब जुड़ जाएंगे। वो बोलते हैं ना,
सब जुड़ जाएंगे। बिल्कुल।
ये जुड़ी सब टूटी हुई सब आपस से जुड़ जाएंगे।
हाँ
तो
जी। हाँ जी।
stay blessed and stay healthy.
थैंक यू सो मच सर। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you. Hi, Anjali.
हेलो, हाय नंदिनी।
हाय मैम, हाउ आर यू।
नंदिनी, मुझे ऐसा लगा मेरी बच्ची मेरे सामने बैठी है,
अरे
रोने लग गई। I couldn't type, everybody type, but I couldn't type.
इट्स ऑल राइट मैम, इट्स ऑल राइट।
इतनी अच्छी लगी मुझे, दिल को छू लिया।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम।
And you are a strong girl.
No, ma'am, you're clearly very strong. I'm so sorry you have to go through something like that.
You are strong and beautiful girl.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
इसमें सब कुछ मिलेगा आपको. Don't worry, सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. एक वर्ड आपके लिए बोलूंगी.
हाँ जी, जरूर.
आ रहे हो. क्या गा रहे हो. And really, और जो जंक फूड है ना बेटा.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
थोड़ा खराब लगेगा, थोड़ा मन को ऐसा लगेगा नहीं खाना है.
हाँ, थोड़ा टफ होगा, पर
मैंने सब जंक फूड छोड़ दिया बेटा. मैं ऐसे खाना खाती हूँ ना, अपने आप को हेल्दी फील करती हूँ. आई एम आल्सो ऑलवेज सैड कि रिकरेंस होगा और रिलैप्स होगा.
हाँ जी, एग्जैक्टली. वो तो बहुत डर लगता है हर बारी.
बताते रहता है. जब भी रिपोर्ट को जाती हूँ ना, एक धक धक सा होता है. आज क्या रिपोर्ट आएगा, आज का रिपोर्ट में क्या आएगा. जब रिपोर्ट आ जाता है बहुत खुश हो जाती बेटा. डोंट वरी, यू विल बी ऑल राइट. माय ब्लेसिंग इज विद यू.
Yes, of course, ma'am. Of course. आप लोगों के अगर इतने experiences सुन के and if I have your blessings, literally that's all that matters. देखा, it's crazy how things just connect different people in this whole world. मतलब there are so many people out there जो आपके same experiences go through करते हैं. इसलिए it's very important to talk to people with the same experiences. Thank you so much, ma'am. This means so much to me.
So positive. मैंने आज तक किसी की जर्नी ऐसा सुनी नहीं है बच्चों की.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
I'm listening and I'm so happy and proud.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sharing your friends जिसने इतना केयर किया and you are so like आपने एक कि आपको तकलीफ है like you know.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
Positive and so confident. My God.
बीच में थोड़ा नर्वस हो गया था.
वो चलता है, आंसू आ जाते कभी कभी.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
है ना, कभी निकल जाता है, गम निकल जाता है.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, of course.
I can understand. But do well. Best luck for your future. Eat good
Thank
food.
you, ma'am.
And lately you do some small exercise वगैरह करते रहना बेटा.
Yes, yes.
And I want to see you dancing and acting and all like.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, 100%.
देखना चाहूंगी आपको.
Yes, ma'am. पक्का, पक्का, पक्का.
And अगर बाजू में होती तो मैं मुझे बड़ा hug दे
Hug कर देती. Virtual hug, ma'am. Virtual hug. 100%. Thank you.
Love you, beta.
Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anjali. Nandini, Anjali is also a cancer survivor. Very journey, and she has come over it and doing wonderful things now. Very inspiring and following her passion. She is a
I'm so happy to hear that. So happy to hear that.
Yeah, she is an Iron Lady, Mrs. India, and whatnot. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you everyone. And Anuradha ji, hi Anuradha auntie.
Hi. Just wait.
Yeah, I can see you now.
Sorry, I missed the session. मतलब starting का थोड़ा सा निकल गया, but अभी जो बातें सुन रही हूँ ना नंदिनी, awesome. मतलब मेरे को ऐसे इच्छा हो रही कि जो अंजलि जी बोल रहे थे वर्चुअल हग कर लो. कोई जो बच्चे इतने ब्रेव होते हैं ना, उनको ऐसा लगता है अपन छोड़ो ही ना ऐसा.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Nice meeting you. मतलब जितना भी
very nice meeting you, ma'am. हाँ जी. Thank you so much.
God bless you with the best of health, है ना?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and all the best to you also.
Thank you.
Nandini Anuradha ji also 2 times cancer winner.
Wow, 2 times cancer survivor. Wow, this is way more inspiring, ma'am. This is so inspirational.
And she's also helping thousands of more cancer patients from Indore.
Wow.
She has an NGO called Sangini. और संगिनी वो बहुत सारे पेशेंट्स को हेल्प करती है.
Sangini rhymes with Nandini, ma'am. I think we are meant to meet.
Definitely.
We are meant
That's why
to meet.
We are so touched by each other.
Yes, of course.
We go hand in hand. Sangini and Nandini both.
Sangini and Nandini.
Yeah.
Anuradha ji, Nandini has a very inspiring journey. 16 जब वो 16 साल की थी, 4 साल पहले तब कैंसर डायग्नोसिस हुआ था. And then she went through the treatment and she was in wheelchair for 2-3 years, right?
Yes, 3 years.
For 3 years she was in wheelchair. And but then पूरा ट्रीटमेंट उसने हंसते खेलते मतलब उस वक्त तो बच्ची थी, अभी बच्ची है, बट कहाँ से इंस्पिरेशन और हिम्मत आई उसे. But family support and everybody supported, and her own willpower and purpose in life is what helped her go through it. She says that she has nothing to, so she started with a disclaimer that I'm just 20-year-old, so I have nothing wisdom to share. but
A
she shared a
wisdom,
lot of
yes.
things with somebody. So
Thank you. I tried. I really tried.
thank you. Hi, we would like to share something. Yeah.
Hi there. Yeah, hello, hello.
Hey.
Yeah, very inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nandini. It's not myself, but my mother. She's just here, so I put her on to. She's just listening to you, but it was very inspiring journey that you had, and it's amazing. You know, somebody so young has gone through this. So I think Mom just wanted to. Because she had the tongue cancer and. She's not able to speak, but she did want to just wave and just say hello to you. So I'll just put it on to Mom.
Yes, I would love that. I would love that. Hi. Thank you so much. I'm sending you a virtual hug also. Yes.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah,
thank you so much.
Everybody spoke very inspiring, and Nandini, so young, as I said, it was very gives us a lot of strength as well. So thanks again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish your mother the best of luck, and you as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Drew, for sharing and introducing us to your mother as well. Our lots of love and blessings to her for her quick recovery and healing.
Yes.
Yeah, and as a caregiver,
sending big hugs and all the love possible. Everybody needs strength during this time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you. If anybody wants to share, because I usually ask those whose camera is on, because I don't want to disturb others by asking. So if anybody wants to share, you can unmute yourself and share. Yeah. So, but Nandini, personally, very, very inspired, and lot of things that I could relate.
Thank you.
Right now, when my husband had cancer, even we were like, studying in college, and
yes,
the journey was difficult, but then
1
year passed by, and पता ही नहीं चला वो एक साल कैसे निकल गया, and but then in his case, so always kept hope and always believed that this too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
Yeah. And I was about to say in the beginning, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and you just so I think
I really like that quote.
Yeah, right. So I think the outcome may be different for everybody, but the journey is what matters. And listening to everybody's stories, their own journeys, every time we get new insights, new learning, new experiences.
Yes,
and
yes.
The beautiful thing is, how this community, how the family that gives us strength to go through this.
Gives us so much strength.
Yeah, when Drew just now, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly, when he just shared a little bit part of his journey and showed his mom, and I just that wow, as a caregiver, we can understand what all things he must be going through, and what all things as a patient his mom must be going through. But I just want to say that we all are here always, Drew, and
always.
And there are wonderful people here in this community. Many stage 4 winners, many 3 times cancer survivor. There is one 9 cancer survivors also.
Wow, 9 times cancer survivor. I cannot even imagine. Wow.
He was one of the speaker earlier, and very common stage 4 survivors, people who have survived cancer 3 times. Very, very common.
Yes, of
so
course.
All these stories gives us hope, gives us inspiration, and keep us moving forward. That okay.
Definitely.
This is
also, Dimple, I would like to take this opportunity to compliment you. I think if it weren't for you being this beautiful speaker, none of us would have been able to share our experiences as nicely as we wanted to. So I think it is hats off to you for being able to conduct such meetings and being able to, share your side of the story and connect so many different people with such similar experiences.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dimple, just one more thing I wanted to add. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. I'm just putting.
Yeah. It was regarding this anxiety that Nandini was talking about. So that's very common with everybody. It's going to happen every time you go to the doctor. But how I overcome that fear is like I changed the way I started thinking. Because it's just one day that you go for the scans, but your body is the same every day. So if you are feeling better yesterday, you are the same today. So do not underestimate anything, but do not think much of that in a negative way.
Hanji, of
So
course,
I
yeah.
believe in the power of attraction. So keep thinking
Yeah,
positive.
manifestation. I feel like as
Yeah,
long
yeah.
as you put it out in the world that I'm okay, this scan is going to be okay. Yes.
Correct. All is good. All is well. All is well. Amir Khan type. This is just
All is
keep
well,
talking.
all is well, all
All
is
is well.
well, all is
And
well.
that really works. So
Yes.
next time you go for a scan or your checkup, all is well. Bolte jao and you will be fine. So
Yes.
that's what I forgot to add. But yeah,
Hanji, of course.
be brave. You're doing good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I've just shared WhatsApp group link as well. Those who are not in the group and want to connect with each other, I just shared WhatsApp group link here. So feel free to join so that we are able to connect with each other after the session as well, anytime. And
yes, I wish I was connected to this for this session much sooner. I'm so sure it would have helped me in my healing process so much more. Yeah, but see, I am very glad that I'm able to share my experiences now. Like, I think a support group, a healing group is very important to be able to go through such an experience and to be able to heal from it.
yeah.
So thank you once
Thank you
again.
so much, Nandini, and thanks to everyone for for being here and sharing your experiences, because it's not just this circle which is getting benefit from it, but everyone who is watching this online, or maybe even watch it later on YouTube as well.
Yes.
Many times people say that stories inspire, and this is I mean, everybody's looking for those inspirational stories.
Yes.
Where they can draw some strength, get some guidance, and get that ray of hope that they are looking for. So all are doing wonderful work by spreading your stories, sharing your journey. And as I was sharing that, it's the process that matters, and the process is beautiful. As everybody shared, there were ups, there were downs, but in my case also, my patient couldn't survive, but the journey was beautiful. And the way the life gave
and the way you have conducted yourself through this is absolutely amazing. I am so proud of you. So proud of you. And I'm really sorry that you had to go through such an experience. But chosen one, like Mehul said, we're the chosen ones.
But yeah, I like when you said that, finding purpose of life through that experience is very important.
Yes, it's very important.
Things happen. Yes. It happens all the time with everyone. Some people get cancer, some people get some other chronic illness, some people go through financial loss, relationship loss, accidents.
Yes.
But it's the process, and
it's the process that matters.
But wish you all of us, in fact, good health, lot of happiness, lot of joy.
Yes.
And even if the tough time comes, we are going to be together with each other.
We are going to be together, sending virtual uplifting messages as much as possible.
Yeah, right. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to connecting with all of you next Saturday. Saloni is also here with us. Saloni wanted to share something, but she said her internet is patchy. So Saloni, would you like to share something? So her mom is going through cancer. And and she is the primary caregiver, taking care of her mom throughout the journey. And as she said, she believes in the power of healing, the power of meditation, and she did all of that on her mother as well, and it worked out very well. So Saloni, is your internet working now? No, it got stuck. So she specially joined this session to connect with you, share her journey, but she
her experience.
So everybody has very.
I think it's all right. We can connect after the meeting also, for sure.
Definitely, yeah. Yes. So Saloni, she's here.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Saloni.
So hi everyone. Hi Nandini ma'am. Your story was so
hi,
inspiring.
Saloni. Thank you so much.
Nandini ma'am.
No,
I don't
please
know.
call me Nandini. I'm just 20.
Like I'm also 22 years.
Right, okay. Yes. Thank you so much, those.
So my story is about my mother. She was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma last year. So it is like very deep story. I am not able to express within some time, but like I was just a child. I was just completing my internship. I'm a physiotherapist right now. Wow. So while I was completing my internship, she was suddenly diagnosed with she was having fever from so many days. Like her fever, one day her fever was 106 degrees. And we were so shocked to see that. Just a second. I'm sorry, my internet is not good.
Just Nandini, what we can do maybe in the
Yes.
yes, yeah, maybe of course we would love to have you as a healing circle speaker as well. So
Yes.
yeah, that'll be great, Saloni, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but would you like to share in maybe in just 1 minute learning from your mom's journey, like you were talking about meditation and all?
Yes, ma'am. Like it is all about meditation, healing, and the things I used in within this 1 year. Like I personally believe that it is only the mind power which will help us to heal our body. So I used all the techniques like you can say energy therapy and positive thinking and healing with water therapy, like charging the water and giving it to my mother. Every day before the chemotherapy, I used to give charge the water by saying the water that tomorrow her cells will come, like WBCs will come normal, and every time they were normal. Like it is all about
Yes.
miraculous journey with how to change our mind, use our mind to change the body and its cells. So
Right.
I have so many inspirational things like which I manifested in within this 1 year. Like
Hanji.
every day before the chemotherapy, she was used to have the platelets and WBC's count was uh, like her platelets were always around 40,000 or 50,000, but doctor always said that the platelets must be around 90 to 1 lakh,
Yes, they're
so that
supposed to
she,
be more. Hanji.
yeah. So every time I used to charge her water by just praying on the water and just by saying that her platelets would totally come around 1 lakh, and they were always 1 lakh on the morning of the chemotherapy. Like it is all
Yes.
about positivity, manifestation, like
Yes.
so many other things, the power of prayer, you can say. So a whole my 1 year was I just used to read so many books about how to heal your body, you can heal your life, how like right now I'm reading the book of Dr. Joe Dispenza, Becoming
Okay.
Supernatural. It is also about
Right.
meditation, that how meditation can heal your body properly. So according to me, only meditation and positivity can help you to heal this. Like my
Yes,
mother's health was
100%.
so poor that every doctor said that she would not live. Like
Hanji.
within 1 month everyone was saying that she would definitely die, but she is at present totally alive, very happy and sharing a very good life.
I'm
So
very happy to hear that.
thank you so much.
Very
So
Yes.
very inspiring to know this, Saloni, and
Yes, definitely.
we have been knowing him quite some time. Good to know that she's doing better, and
Hanji.
all the
thank
love
you, ma'am.
and energy to her.
Yes,
Yeah,
or sending all energy possible, Hanji.
thank you. Like
I
I just
would
want to share.
also like to
Yeah,
add that
yeah,
whatever
sure.
you're saying, so my mom also recently got into this, and she's a very big believer. And honestly, I fully agree
Yeah,
with you because we've seen a big change as a
it is
family.
always about belief.
Charging
What you
water,
believe, you
believing,
achieve.
manifesting. She's a huge believer in this, and I 100%
Exactly.
agree with you because I think it's the mindset जो आप अपने world output out
Exactly.
करते हो.
Everything is mindset. Like
And Hanji, it's very powerful, very
I
powerful.
used to visualize a picture 1 year before with my mother sitting on a sofa with same suit, which we were wearing the same suit in my imagination. And I
Hanji,
used to visualize that picture every morning while my mother was sleeping. So
Hanji.
I just manifested that picture and I kept on manifesting it for whole 1 year. And after 1 year, we got that picture. I would love to share it with
Wow.
all of you. Like she
Yes,
was
of
so
course.
pale, so weak at that time, and now her picture is like she looks like a model in that picture, and we are wearing same suit. Everything is like which I manifested. It is like you
Yes.
can say law of attraction with practical things
Yes,
that we
like how
use.
just Mehul said, power of attraction.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly.
right.
So
And I think the mind is a very powerful place. Very
everything is
powerful.
mind. Everything is
Hanji.
mind. Like I
Hanji.
heard about like there is some past karma with the people who
Hanji.
suffer with, like I was the only caretaker for my mother and no one was there to help me. Like my
Hanji.
family, I was only one who was suffering, and we were staying outside from my hometown in Ludhiana.
Hanji.
We were staying for a treatment for 1 year. We stayed there and we got 30 to 40 lakhs of rupees on her treatment. Like
Hanji.
and from which 10 to 15 lakhs were just waste of money because she was not being diagnosed with what the really problem was due to COVID.
Hanji.
So
Oh
every
my
doctor
God.
was confusing us that she might be having corona.
Misdiagnosis बहुत हो जाता है.
Exactly.
Hanji.
So her problem, increased due to this thing. But after she was diagnosed, she went on 6 chemotherapies plus a radiation afterwards. She was diagnosed with something in her brain also, like after it was a side effect of the chemotherapy. But she's such a strong fighter that even my mother is a very
Well,
keen
definitely,
believer.
she sounds like an amazing person. I wish you had also brought her in this session. I would have literally
Sure.
loved
I
to
would
speak to her
definitely
also.
like to share this story with her. Like I want her to inspire other people. Like she's such an inspiration. Like she is having such an amazing life now that I always think that I was imagining these days, right on that time, that we will be sitting together having tea, and now we have all the things doing right now, wearing the same suits I used to imagine I would gift her. After this, she's having everything, the things I just dreamed on that time. So this is like such a inspiring thing, that I was so small that at the age of 22 and 23 I used to take care of her like her mother, and she was like a kid to me at that time. So all that time I thought that she's my kid and I have to, make her grow up,
make
like
her take care of her.
Yeah, she was like, I always thought she's 1 year old and God gifted me like a child and I have to make her grow. So I took care of her like my kid, and now she's very fit and very fine, free from cancer, and everything is absolutely. And her blood is 12.5 grams just by my visualization. She used to visualize that my blood is 12 grams, but her blood used to stay 8 or 9 grams. But after all the positivity, doctors were very shocked that she's having such a good count of blood, and it is all about positivity and
positivity.
mindset.
100%. Or I would, how you said that you were taking care of your mom as a baby. So even I have a younger brother who, when I was going through treatment, was just 3.5, 4 years old. So I remember Mama actually had to take care of me as a 3.5, 4 year old, but because I was on the wheelchair, had to take me to the bathroom, help me with everything. So I think that was one time I felt really bad, because when a baby needs love from his mother, I was the one stealing it away, so it wasn't the best feeling. But
everything
I
is
agree
love.
with you.
When you give so much of love to the person who is suffering, the person starts healing, because I think love energy is the healing energy. When the person gets that care that someone loves him or her, that she's like, whenever I used to love her, I used to kiss her, she always felt better after those loving things, the small things we used to do.
And
for
honestly,
the person.
I feel like that's the most a caregiver can do also,
Exactly.
because you're so helpless, just giving your love and just being there for the person, that's more than enough for the patient itself.
I feel that caregiver also suffers, same as the person who is suffering. Like we have to go through emotional pain, the person with physical pain also. Like for 1 year, I was not able to sleep. Not for 1 hour. Like I got so much of insomnia, like I was not able to sleep just because like my mother was not sleeping at night after her chemotherapy. She gets so many body pains and nausea, vomiting, so many things were going, side effects were she was having. But the after that 1 year, now when we came home, like we are so happy right now. All the things were like just a movie to me, and whenever I just see the pictures of that time, how my mother just changed from such a pale weak person to such a healthy person now within 1 year. So it gives me so much of strength, and I just love to share this story to other people. Even now I'm just running my own social work on my personal level. I just do counseling of cancer patients, like with meditation sessions and spiritual counseling, which really helped my mother to get out of this. So I believe that only meditation, prayer, positivity and mindset, these 4 things can do anything to the person.
Thank you for sharing the message, guys. It's wonderful listening to all of you, and that's why we say love heals. Love heals.
Yes, love heals.
Exactly.
So
that's why I was so attracted to the name Love Heals Cancer.
Thanks, Nandini, for being here with us today, sharing your inspiring journey. And
thank you so much, Dimple, for connecting me with everybody. Always grateful to you.
Yeah, we'll see you all soon again.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thanks, Saloni. Thanks, Nandini. Bye. Bye, everyone.